Most people never become powerful. Not because they fail, not because they lack intelligence, but because no moment ever arrives that forces them to stop. No interruption, no demand to reorganize, no moment that says you cannot continue like this. They grow older, they gather information, they collect skills, but something essential never forms. Not talent, not knowledge, discipline. The discipline to carry responsibility. And this absence has quietly become normal. So normal that most people no longer notice what is missing. Across cultures, across centuries, there was always one silent question. Can you carry more than comfort? Not pleasure, not convenience, not freedom from effort, pressure. Real power was never defined by ease. It was defined by what a person could endure without breaking discipline. Stability was never assumed. It had to be built. Traditional systems understood something modern culture avoids. A person does not drift into strength. They must be interrupted, pulled out of comfort, separated from distraction, placed before pressure, not to punish them, but to shape them. Pressure was not cruelty. It was a filter. And filters matter, because without pressure, the mind never reorganizes. Without resistance, capacity remains undeveloped. Modern life removed this pressure. There is no moment of confrontation, no demand to stand alone, no early requirement to carry weight. Instead, there is extension, extended comfort, extended dependency, extended avoidance of responsibility. And this feels like freedom, but it isn't. It is delay. Delay disguised as choice. Delay disguised as flexibility. Delay disguised as self-care. Psychologists warned long ago that when discipline is postponed, it does not simply appear later. It adapts. An adult skill set forms, but the mindset remains fragile. The undisciplined seek relief. The disciplined accept pressure. The undisciplined avoid responsibility. The disciplined organize life around it. And when pressure is avoided long enough, the ability to handle it weakens. What is not trained does not remain available. Carl Jung warned that regression is always nearby. It does not arrive loudly. It does not announce collapse. It whispers, slow down. You deserve comfort. Someone else will handle it. Regression does not look like failure. It looks like distraction, entertainment, endless postponement, a life full of stimulation, but quietly emptied of direction. Comfort feels harmless, even justified. But comfort is not neutral. It either restores strength or quietly replaces discipline. When comfort becomes a lifestyle, it does not preserve capacity. It dissolves it. This is why high-performing systems were always suspicious of ease. Not because they rejected comfort, but because they understood its cost. Some people sense this erosion and react aggressively. They confuse power with dominance, noise, posturing, control. But this is not strength. It is insecurity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that uncontrolled authority does not prove power. It reveals instability. A person who cannot govern themselves will eventually try to control others. Real power is not loud. It is stable under pressure. Stoicism reduced performance to fundamentals. A disciplined individual is one who accepts responsibility without resentment, acts deliberately under stress, chooses restraint when impulse is easier. This is not suppression, it is command, and command is quiet. It does not seek approval. It does not demand attention. it simply holds position. Strength was never a personal luxury. It was a functional requirement. People were expected to move toward pressure, toward responsibility, toward uncertainty, not because they were special, but because systems require carriers. When this expectation disappears, organizations do not become flexible. They become weak. Today, discipline is misunderstood. It is treated as either toxic or unnecessary. But removing discipline does not remove pressure. It only removes preparation. And unprepared individuals do not create resilient systems. They create fragile ones. This does not return through motivation or slogans or inspiration. It returns privately, through routine, through voluntary discomfort, through choosing structure when no one is watching. No announcement marks this shift. That is why it works. What is delayed long enough does not remain optional. It begins to feel heavy, then unfamiliar, then impossible. Not because the pressure increased, but because the capacity to carry it was never built. This is how people lose power, without noticing when it happened. Nothing was taken from them. They simply stopped training. No one enters the market disciplined. Discipline is constructed, slowly, deliberately, often uncomfortably. Comfort delays it. Pressure builds it. Nothing else will carry responsibility for you. And a person who can carry pressure does not need the world to soften for them. They already carry what creates value.